herbs and crystals. So I thought I'd show you how I do it. That's why I've come on live today. So in this little bottle there that she's holding, she's got some rosemary and some cleansing salt, and that's for clarity of vision. And I've also added this under this tape here is a piece of Amazonite. So I've stuck it on and just held it with tape whilst it's drying. And then I'll take the tape off. Then I can put any finishing touches on her that I need to. And then she's ready to be coated in a special protective coat. So let's pop her. Oh, I just need to show you this as well. So she's also got some lapis lazuli, I think that's how you say it, on her hat. Then this one, so she's got her crystal sat down in there is watermelon tourmaline. I have never heard of that one before until I found it in my little box of crystals that I've got here. And she's also got a little vial here attached to her waist. And in there is hibiscus, which happens to go beautifully with what she's wearing, but is also for love and protection. So she's pretty much dry. I'm just waiting for the glue to dry, and then I can take off the tape. And then this one, I can't remember what stone that is, but it goes perfectly with her dress, just really, really well. And I've added this little silver ball, and she's also got a little vial there, which also has hibiscus in it because I thought that went quite nicely with her. So this is how they turn out when I finish with them. And I thought I'd show you how I make them. So basically what I do is I've got a box of crystals, and then I've got lots of different odds and ends sort of in my studio that I've collected. And once my witch is dry, which this one is, then I select the things that I want. So this is a cufflink. I think it came free with something that my husband bought, and he didn't want the cufflink, so I've had them and cut them up. So I'm going to attach that. And then I've also got some of these little pieces of amethyst. So I'm going to attach the amethyst as well. And to do it, I'll show you share the glue. I actually use this invisible glue here because it's got a nice grip. When you're attaching smooth things, it sort of grips hold of it quite well. So I'll just apply a little bit of that to the back of this cufflink. Might need to get a new tube soon. Once it gets down the end, it gets hard to get out. So just to update you whilst I'm squeezing glue, which isn't very exciting for you to watch, I appreciate that. There it is. So these witches are going to my Glastonbury exhibition. It's my solo exhibition, and it's the first one that I've ever done. So I'm a bit nervous about it, but I think it'll go well. So just attach that in there and push it in. And the reason that I've chosen this glue is because it dries clear. So that will disappear once it's dry. You won't be able to see any of the glue. And then across the bottom, I'm just going to put some little dabs of this and then place some little amethysts in. So these amethysts were given to me by a friend, and she does Reiki healing. And let me just open the packet because it's a bit crunchy. There we are. So these are the little amethyst stones that I'm going to be attaching. And So my friend gave me these because she does Reiki healing, and she got a few bits and pieces left over that she thought that I would like to make use of in my art, which of course I said yes. Free gifts of little crystal things, of course. So I'm just dropping these crystals in, and I'll show you what it looks like in a second once I've done it. And they kind of set in the glue. Fit a small one in there. Press them all down. I could probably fit another one in the back there. May as well maximise the amount of amethysts on this piece. Put the rest back in the kit. Oh, and there we have it. So in the front now, she's got this little collection of amethysts, and this will dry clear. And that's the finished product. So yes, my little witch. So the next one that I'm going to make is, let me just get the bits out so they don't fall over, is this one. So she's been painted. There's a bit more painting to do. She's got a little cat who needs a bit of work on his colour, needs some little stripes and things. And I'm attaching this grey moonstone to her hand as well. So just have a quick look at the comments and see if anyone's got any questions. And oh, someone said, "Oh, that's very nice. Thank you, whoever you are, to say that." I'll move on. And someone said, "Pretty. Thank you very much." So they're all my strange little concoctions, and I've not really been going live very much. I'm quite new to it all. So, but in order for people to see my artwork, you kind of have to like show your work, don't you? So, and sometimes it's hard to get out to exhibitions and to festivals, and that's a great place where I love to meet people at the festivals and see my work. But here's a really good opportunity for me to be able to explain a bit more about what I do. So let me do this little one here. So I've got a little glass bottle, and I've got a piece of parchment here, mini piece of parchment. So I'm rolling it up, and again, I get my trusty glue. Oops, I squeezed out a bit too much on that one. I wrap the glue around the parchment so it sticks. And then just roll it up tight and pop it into the vial. Give it a little twist so all the glue coats the parchment, and then push it down right way to the end, and just collect the excess glue from around the top. Little parchment in a bottle, cute. And then I'm going to stick that on the base of the sculpture. Just want a bit of glue there and there. I'll show you in a second. It's really hard to angle the camera so I can show you what I'm actually doing. There we go. So that's attached to the bottom by our feet. And then, this is so sweet, look at this. A little tiny glass bottle, and I filled it with cleansing salt. So I need to put a bit of glue in the top so that the cork sticks in, and then just push the cork in, and the salt won't come out. Wipe off the excess. Put a dab of glue on the bottom of the jar, and then stick it on to the little chest that she sat on. There we are. I think the green goes nicely against the cat, and because she's also dressed in green, it kind of all goes really well together. And then the last piece that I need to stick in is this crystal here, which I think pretty sure is grey moonstone. A bit more glue. It's a bit harder to show this process than it is when I'm doing my paintings. Paintings are all a lot easier to show. But there we go. So that's the finished piece. So she's got a little crystal there as well. So those are the witches. And let's have another look at the comments and see if anyone's got any questions. Stromry said, keep going, your work's very pretty. Thank you, you should never stop. I don't think I can really. People will either like it or they won't. So there's not much I can do about that. But whilst you're here, as I'm just on very quickly, I also want to show you a couple of paintings. So I'm going to go that way with the camera. So this is my one of my largest paintings that I've done, and it's my hare and golden moon. So I'll be putting a few pictures of that on the internet so people can see. And then over here, I've got my horse painting that is for my oracle card deck. So it's all starting to come together now, getting ready for the exhibition. I've got my witches here, I've got my fairy realm collection, and I've got my big paintings and small paintings, and my oracle paintings. There's lots of things to go. So now I've just got to make sure that everything is ready to hang, everything's finished, everything's wrapped up, and then boxed all up and put in the van to go down to Glastonbury. So if you happen to be in the UK and you're in Glastonbury at the end of June, my exhibition is called Between Root and Realm, and it's on from the 26th of June to the 29th of June. And I will be there in the pop-up gallery between, say, 10 and 5 each day. So it'd be lovely to see anyone that wants to pop in and say hello. And don't forget, if you do come and say hello, then everyone gets a free A5 print as well. So hopefully some UK people will be around and pop in. And if you happen to be visiting the UK in Glastonbury, then come and see me. Right, I'm going to go and finish the rest of these witches because there's quite a few left, and I'm going to work on this one next. She's calling me next. Have a lovely afternoon, and I will see you all soon, hopefully. If you like the content, please do subscribe. That helps me get my work out there to show other people. And I'm on all the social medias. If they use a different platform you prefer to follow, please do, because all comments, whether negative or positive, help the algorithm say that my content's interesting. So that's all good stuff for me as an artist because it helps me to get out there into the world. Right, I'm going to go and crack on.